So, we're going live again. Okay. So, hi Daniel, how are you doing? So, after the aftermath of yesterday, where basically most of our colony got basically rotten out, I would say. We're now here on a new day. I was trying to get some citizens back meanwhile, just so that we were getting a second pirate raid. So besides on our tablet remembering our fallen citizens, I have to put Isaiah now as well. So we lost Alexandra, our best builder, Alice, our amazing cook, Felix, our amazing delivery man, and Isaiah, our second best builder. That was quite the shock, I have to say. We were getting the second pirate raid. I was already saying, please, everyone but not Isaiah, but then it hit Isaiah again. So hi Jeroen, hi Darkened, how are you guys doing? Hi Visionary too. So after just finally finishing our school and our Fletcher to start getting string, we are now saluting to our poor citizens that died, and now we got a bunch of kids in the city, in this colony, and hopefully they're going to start. And Roland the Fletcher too, yes. He was not long with us, but it hurts nonetheless. For protective measures, I was at least starting to set up some better system to defend against the pirates. So at least on our main gate, this should be much better now, because that should allow basically the guards to shoot from up here down, while at the same time to shoot from up here down onto the attackers. We just replace those here with normal sandstone. So, and should give us a little bit more time to defend, I thought, but then the pirates broke here through those walls, so that was pretty unlucky. So I'm making this a bit better here too, and I'll get out my shovel and mine out a bit of this sand here to potentially make it more difficult for the raiders. So the more I basically make this here water, the more difficult it's going to be for them to try to break the walls and these kinds of things. So that the next time we're not going to lose basically all our citizens. That's bad. So at least that one is difficult. Bad too. So I'm going to make this then some sand, at least for the meanwhile, until we are upgrading our barracks further. So that should make it much harder now for the next raid coming in. I'm going to, like I said, clean this here up too a bit to make it as difficult as possible, so that a tragedy, it's only a good name for this, like a tragedy like this can't happen again. So I think that is probably a more resilient wall on this corner. And I'm already going to mine away some sand on this corner as well, just to make sure that raiders don't have it so easy and at our colony. So Barnaby is our new builder, I see, and I hope that we're going to be able to build as good memories with Barnaby as we build with Isaiah and poor Alexandra, which will be dearly missed. I can't stop to repeat that. Due to that, we've been discussing a little bit about this today as well, and we believe that it might be nice to kind of limit the devastation a raid can bring to a colony, so that we have like, there's a threshold, and when like barbarians kill 25% or pirates kill 25% of your population, they're going to print a message like the pirates did, or the barbarians did the damage they wanted, and they're now retreating and preparing for a future raid. So in that sense, there would be then a limit to how many citizens are going to die. The general idea we had was around 25% as the starters, with then, if you play on hard mode, that being 50%, which I think would be reasonable numbers. So, and I'm also going to even let water in here. I'm going to need some buckets then, but I'm probably having here some water around makes this another level safer, definitely. Now the next raid is actually going to be a bit less hard, because since so many of our high level citizens died, the raid calculation will give us automatically a slightly calmer raid, at least for the next raid. Since the raids do not know how our defenses are in terms of citizens, in terms of walls, they only know how good our defenses were in terms of citizens. And since they killed basically all our high level citizens, and they're not going to assume that we are particularly strong, and they're not going to be a lot of high level raids then in the next raids. The next raids, like the pirate raids, they're not as flexible as the barbarian raids, which is also something we've talked about, so that we're going to make the pirate raids a bit smaller and scale a bit better, so that early on you will get like one small pirate ship, then two small pirate ships, then a medium, then two medium, and only then one of these enormous pirate ships with 11 spawners, only on very high level colonies then. That should make this also much easier to bear and protect against. So let me put away all of the sand, and then most likely I'm going to get some buckets. I only have one with me right now, right? Yes. But I do have some iron ingots, so let me take care of that quickly. So this. I'm going to make a crafting table quickly. I'm going to get some more buckets. So, okay, that's fine. Get some water. I love vanilla water mechanics that are absolutely not buggy. So, I'm going to take out my water buckets. I'm going to fill this in here with water. I'm going to start probably here. So, slowly it's filling up. Okay. Although it's much more difficult with the shaders to actually see how this water is filling. Let me turn off these shaders just a little bit, just enough to be able to see the water flow mechanic, to see which ones I still have to fill in quickly. But that was not my intention, to make all the resources reload. That didn't happen before to me. Vanilla. Freezing data, freezing my launcher. Loading. So yes, we're planning on, it's because I turned it off. So we are planning on making this mechanic much more handleable with all the raids, with the pirate raids, so that it won't be such a huge pain and possible a huge loss if you're going to get invaded by pirates. So, at least a lot of kids are now coming in the colony. Okay, this part is nice. So, okay, at least vanilla water is getting a little bit better with the recent versions. That's a bug, and that means that the citizen model is thinking it is still sleeping, even though the citizen is awake. It's like a desync of the client and the server. And usually that is fixed if you just give the citizen a slight little slap in the side, and the citizen is going to notice that they're doing something weird and they're going to update their behavior. So I see some add-ons is having fun throwing around. So one of the things I'm going to be working on in the good evening, Jonas. One of the things I'm going to be working on in the following weeks is probably going to make the builder a bit more realistic, making him plan ahead a bit more, having the builders carry around more resources in terms of all the resources they're going to need for the next X or Y blocks, so that the efficiency of the builder should increase significantly. And after that, they're going to be another series of workers, which are going to be a worker to create concrete and a rabbit hatch, so to minor workers more. So one of the guards is playing around here as well in this area. So Okay. And then after those new workers, I'm going to probably focus a bit on reworking some core mechanics that make it easier for us to add new functionalities and these kinds of things. And then basically my plan is already adding an economic system to Minecolonies, which is then going to be like the main thing I'll be working on this year then in Minecolonies. So almost done with this playing around with water here. So okay. And yeah, I got most of the beginning of the economic system planned through already. So that's going to be fairly nice. Oh, I forgot there's also another series of workers that I'm going to do before the economic system. So that's done. Which is before the economic system, basically the workers are going to be the hunter, a beekeeper, and these kinds of workers. So things people are wanting for quite some time as well already. But yes, economy is basically my main plan of things I want to have finished this year in Minecolonies. So yes, an economy I think is going to be a very neat addition to Minecolonies. So let me sleep really quick. Yes, the line "It's your gold" comes from existence Minecolonies. It's the same sound basically. And then Archer died. Yeah, beekeeper is definitely going to be a worker we're going to create, because that's one of the things Minecolonies doesn't provide yet, honey. So that's something we're definitely going to add. So let me switch back on the shaders. Probably going to do this loading stuff all over again. And I'm dying now. You can hear me. Let's see. Is one of my guards going to save me? Or I'm going to die now while the shaders are reloading? That's the question we're going to see after the shaders loaded. Although I didn't hear the death sound yet. So maybe I'm dead, or someone killed the mob. Let's see. It's loading. Oh, they're still attacking me. Nice. Okay, I survived. So. Do you mean you're unable to access the wiki at the moment? Or do you mean there are things missing in the wiki and people should be working on it? So let me see if there's some. They placed some doors here, which might not be always the correct doors, but at least we got some doors. Better than nothing. So let me see. And so we're slowly being able to replenish our citizens here. That one is going to need an axe and this here. Here you go. It's going to need a stone axe. Don't I have stone with me? Nope. Got it requested to the, yes, requested to the warehouse already. So. But yes, we got people working on the, although the wiki is community created. It's So anyone can contribute anything to the wiki. So you can just go to the GitHub part of the wiki and then start contributing missing articles as well. Although we have some people working on it at the moment. So if you're interested in helping adding information to the wiki, please contact us on the Discord as always, and we can point you into directions of things there are currently no one working on, so that not several people are going to work on the same feature, which would be like a loss of time for anyone involved. So, okay. But yes, there are always people working on the wiki, but since we are spending most of our time developing and trying to get progress, the wiki can get fairly outdated within some time. Don't you have anything to work on? I think the builder is probably currently recalculating what they have to work on. So we got our fish. So I think our fisherman, I'm just going to start remember the name? Amy is I think one of our last decently leveled citizens, like level 11 citizens left in our colony. Most of all our other citizens are, yeah, more like level 1. And this is not funny, Lorena. It's not funny. This could have been your mother. People died in this accident. So the farmer is still... Let me check out the farmer. Jaden. Jaden is not a bad farmer either. There's some halfway decent citizens left. Let me see. Nope. I really want to test and get the Fletcher hired. So, meanwhile the kids here are leveling their intelligence, which is fairly nice. So, okay. Let me also terraform this here a little bit. Seems a bit messy. So, we've just released a new alpha. It's also been still released manually because we are currently having our servers disabled, like our build servers, etc., that do our work automatically, because one of the RAID controllers died on us. So we basically are having to replace a few of the disks and just order them, so that might be needing a few days until we're getting the new disk and are able to roll out the new versions for each new feature more quickly. But the new version has a few nice fixes as well and should work very well. I've been testing almost the entire morning today. Just got some free time because I finally handed in my paper. So, and I played on a very, let's say, hard world where I have like 8 different crafters, and each crafter has part of the recipe, and a lot of people have to interact to create the things.
What's it for today?
And I was letting a few builders build things and a miner mine while having basically none of the things in the warehouse, and only having like crude material in the warehouse to kind of force the citizens to request the things from the crafters, and everything worked very nicely, so that is a pretty nice thing. Okay, we need a smeltery to research this. So are we going to go with archer or melee damage? I haven't decided yet. Although this here is definitely a good idea. Starting the attack blocking research. So how much... What is the recipe for a shield? An ingot, and I got it all with me. Nice. So 5 it was. 4... What's it here? Oh no. 3... 4... I got... Yes, I got more planks with me. What's the problem with your question, Daniel? So... we need to unlock retreat for guards, he said. Let me check that out. Unlocks retreat here. Okay, we need a lot of leather, so I'm going to start researching the other thing first, because until we got that leather... Too low building level. That's level 3 building level. So I'm going to put this here. I can turn off pickup here, so the next time we're going to have the things already. What can we research here right now? Anything that helps us out decently. Saturation, happiness. Further the citizen camp. And I think I'm going to research... Yes, I definitely need to research the smeltery here. And let me research the blacksmith already quickly too. So what was... I need a... So... An anvil. We got a bunch of anvils in our base. What was the anvil recipe again? I think we don't have any complete anvil. Oh, that's expensive. Either way, so... Anvil is... 1, 2, 3. Hi, Piotr. How you're doing? Was it this? Yes. Bless you. Okay. And then the other one is going to be 4 buckets of lava. I've got 4 buckets on me. And I'm going to go to the desert because I know there's a close by water source. Hi Strohthaler, how you're doing? Let us first sleep quickly before anyone else dies in our poor colony. So I think that's exactly the reason why we have to do these streams regularly, so that we also can see the hardships players are going through, and we can then react and add features and fixes and rebalance the things, so that we can make sure that we're making a very nice gaming experience for everyone. So, come here, Oswin. Here, Oswin. Here. There you go. So, yeah, I'm doing fine, but I'm still mourning about Alexandra, Alice, Felix, and Isaiah. We're still mourning. This was a very sad Thursday and Friday morning for all of us. Ouch. And I'll go there and get some lava quickly so that I can research the smeltery. That's definitely the building we should be setting up pretty soon. So the lava was somewhere around here. Yes, there it is. There we go. All for lava. And now we should be able to do the research for the smeltery. Which is also then going to be like a big requirement for a lot of the other research. Yeah, the dynamic claim system is not so confusing if you
Hey
go
guys,
from it.
this is Kai.
Hi, sorry. A Kaizen, for example, one of our Patreons, made these days a video about the dynamic claim system as well, and was explaining it fairly well, I think. So, could check out his video about it, which is quite informative in this regard. Okay. Nope. I guess I'm going to have to go... here, that's the easy one. So. Because I like choices. I think one thing that is very important, especially to make a video game replayable, is to have different choices. So by making sure that people have to make choices while playing Minecolonies, it allows them to create the next time a different village with different choices. Do you mean assign? It's because at level 5 Combat Academy you can assign, I think, 10 workers already to it. Do you want more slots than that even? Okay, now we got both of those under research. Meanwhile, I'm going to craft and place the smeltery already. It's an iron ingot. Okay. And you wake up? Don't believe it, sleeping. Any minute a pirate raid could be happening. So. Here. And the build tool, smeltery. And then we're going to place that one here. 5? Yeah. If it's only 5, I think we can adjust that a bit up. At least with the research for that. Okay, then it's probably 5. And I was just confusing it with the library. Because at the library it's 10 that you can assign to it. So I think the smeltery probably fits also thematically very well behind the miner building here. So this is not the smeltery. This is the smeltery. Okay. So let's see. That is good to see how it looks as a level 5 building. Fairly low building. But that probably looks good. Maybe, yes. Perfect. That's going to be the smeltery. Yes. Yeah, making it research to assign more people to smeltery. I think that's something no one can argue against, basically. Yes. So. Gwen is our new cook, taking care after his late wife Alice left us in a tragic happening in our colony. I'm going to be talking about this happening for a bunch of episodes, you can be sure. In a week from now I'm still going to cry about poor Alexandra and Alice and Felix and Isaiah. We got some cobblestone. Did another order on the warehouse to get the things sorted out. Probably it's time for Even another one. Yes, here, cobblestone. Bring some stairs. The sifter and the fisherman both have chances to get ocean monument stuff, as far as I remember. So, here you go. Yeah, you get pretty attached, especially after you give some effort to start learning their names. Then you really get attached to them. Hi Mel, how you doing? Nice to have you here today again. So. So. That tree was grading. I think you missed the episode yesterday, Mel, and it was a great episode until half of our colony died, which was then extremely tragic. And we're still not fully recovered from this tragedy. So we get more of the spruce for our builders here. I thought at level that vanilla had some chances to get prismarine shards from fishing as well. Although I might be mistaken, then it's only the sifter that can get you these then. If I'm mistaken with vanilla being able to get you some prismarine root stuff. Yes. Okay. Throwing this. And we're going now to Barnaby, yes. So, spruce stairs. Here. How does this look? Not enough. Okay, more spruce stairs. Here. And clay spruce shingle. I think we just might have enough in our warehouse itself. That should be for the level 4 guard tower here. Okay. Miss. So that must be a good builder. So I hope Barnaby is going to be at least half a good builder as Alexandra was. Then I have hopes for our colony. So to just sort this warehouse again, to have the things fairly ordered. I was just throwing around earlier. Okay. What? All the three of us got a Barnaby builder? I want to see the screenshots. I don't believe you guys. Clay acacia shingles? So no clay spruce shingles, I believe. So just getting some bricks here for that. Only 3 leather. That's not a lot, unfortunately. Your Barnaby is great. So I have hopes for the. You just restored my hopes into the success of our colony. If Barnabys are good builders, then I think we can still make it. Maybe it's because crossbows would need additional coding support. That's basically the reason they are not supported yet. It's not because we're not wanting to support them, but it's additional code to take care of that. Let's share our Barnaby screenshots. So, I wanted to get some more food from Gwen, our new cook. I'm slowly adjusting to the names. Hi Gwen. Thanks Gwen. So, Chase is still our D-man, and sometimes I think that's the most fitting name of all the workers. Calling our D-man Chase kinda sounds a bit like a delivery man. Not like Caden for a lumberjack. That doesn't fit the lumberjack image so good. So we got Humphrey, our shepherd, which I think fits very well to Humphrey, our shepherd. So let me see what I'm going to have to do now. So that one seems fine. Ah, the spruce shingles I was talking about. So we need this, and that for clay spruce shingles. There you go. Yeah, now they've got everything they need. Meanwhile, I'm going to check on our other builder, whose name I forgot again. I'm sorry, sir. What was your name again? Oswin. Yes. So, white floating carpet. 49 white floating carpet. We need you, Fletcher. We need you. We need you now. I'm going to wait here. Sit here and wait here. Hey, you're at least here learning something about Minecolonies meanwhile, so can't be so bad. So Oswin is still doing his job here. Calculating for the Combat Academy. I'm going to repeat it again. Those blocks is because of Optifine. Report to Optifine for them to fix Forge multi-layer block support. It's not the Minecolonies issue. Don't report it to our GitHub. This week I had to spend 20 minutes closing issues of people reporting this bug. And I think at least 50 times someone had to write on Discord that is Optifine issue. Report it to Optifine. It's their bug, their problem to solve. Nice, Barnaby. You're starting to be the reliable right hand we need in our colony. So, anything useful? Yeah, start upgrading delivery man. Those really need it. I saw that we need pumpkin. Anything here useful? No. I think out there I saw the nether stuff where we're going to need what's the name again? Nether, here. Glowstone, that's the name. Okay. Ah! No! Don't do this to me! It's not my fault. Carved pumpkin, glowstone. Hay? Do I have still hay with me? Only 7, not enough. To put this in here. I'm going to get some more of the hay there in our storage too. I hope, Dennis, I really hope that you're just trying to mess with me. Oh. No, Gripper. Not today. Hey, food. Food? Where was food? Food here. Hey, okay. Yeah, there's like an AI that Minecraft adds automatically. That when you're close to a villager, they're actually starting to look at you, like noticing that you're there. Exactly for that reason. Sandstone slabs. I'm going to get a bit of all this sand I gathered, make some sandstone stuff out of that. Sand, 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 sand. More. Yeah, I only use Optifine because there is no other way to get shader. Like I'd be fairly happy if someone created a decent alternative that is favorably even open source and actually is compatible with stuff, and not we have to become compatible with them because they don't give a shit. Sorry for that. Bad. They don't give a anything, which is a nicer word. Okay. So, and have you hired a sifter yet? Like I can give a quickly check, but the sifter should be able to take care of that. Let me just check out the config real quick. Minecolonies, understand pris sifter. Okay, the sifter. It seems we might have left out the prismarine in the sifter too. Yeah, it looks like it. So if you're up to it, it's because if you're up to it, you can request this on our GitHub so that we add some prismarine drops to the sifter. Meanwhile, since you're on single player, you can actually add this manually to your config so that the sifter also has a chance of dropping prismarine shards. What do you think is funny, Daniel? Kids, grow up. I need to hire a worker. A Fletcher. Grow up. Beatrice, you've been a kid long enough. Grow up. Yes? Enough with child's play. Rough times. In medieval times, with 12 years old, you were an adult and you were able to work. And you... What is your name? Jillian. Enough playing around. Time to work. Come, grow up. Come, one of you with me. Come, grow up. And I'm going to give you a job as a Fletcher and you give me string. Please? So, kids nowadays, right? You try to ask them for a favor and they just don't care. They don't care. I try to ask them nicely. And all I can do is wait. No, there's no way to speed up kids growing. Maybe, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure. I think there is a research that does that. So, this one is a pretty bad guard. So that one is going to become our Fletcher. Running. Here, Alice, your job. You have one job and one job only. Getting string. I'm very glad, Pablo, that you're enjoying Minecolonies so much, as much as we do. And very nice, Daniel. As soon as you're confident with your Java skills, we always need coders, so we're glad for any hand we can get helping us out. Yeah, I think that's more like a rendering issue. So the kid grew up, but the render didn't update, so the kid is actually grown up, but looks still like a kid. I'm going to bring this gold into the barracks so that we automatically enable spies. So, I'm going to do that. Here. More gold. Okay. Let's give the citizens a little bit of time for them to go to bed before we sleep again. There is an API at the moment where you can hook in to create your own professions, but it might need some tweakings to allow adding an add-on. So depending on what kind of profession you would want to add, I'd welcome you to actually add it to Minecolonies itself. What kind of profession are you thinking about adding to Minecolonies actually? Very nice, Werner, you too. Yeah, but from C# to Java, the bridge is not very big. Like, I did some C# coding like 6 years ago or something like that when these Windows apps, etc. launched, and the difficulty slope was like extremely low. Like C# has a few more nude feature and low-level stuff, but in general the learning difficulty between those two languages should be minimal. So if there's, like, I got a huge list of tasks. If you want something to code, I got a huge list of tasks I can give you, and then you can start coding on a number of workers. I'd say you should probably wait until I have figured out exactly what I want. So you don't need those. I'm going to check if the warehouse thing for string is still, request for string is still active there. Let me check this quickly. Ah, yes, these kinds of things you would need as an extra add-on. Let me count the amount of string we got here. Oh, not so bad, I have to say. We actually got an entire stack of string in the warehouse. Just have to find it now. But yes, I like even those modded workers. I mean, it is much more helpful to add like things that are needed more, let's say, urgently. Like a bee worker, for example. Like we definitely need more staff. Please contact me on Discord, and I might give you some nice startup tasks to start looking into Minecolonies, and then we can give you some bigger tasks as you progress, definitely. Good night, Piotr. No, it's one delivery man per delivery man hut, and you can have up to two delivery men per level of warehouse. So 10 delivery men at a level 5 warehouse. That's something we have. Yes, Discord is our meeting place. And yeah, it is discord.minecolonies.com. We got our own custom Discord link. we created ourselves. So, waiting for glass. Meanwhile, I'm going to get the floating carpet from the string our fantastic sifter created. I'm so happy about that. Okay. You needed white floating carpet. Did you make the white floating carpet? So I'll okay. So I need wool now. Yes, this one here. And nice, Daniel. So now I need carpet, wool, and this white floating carpet. There we go. So I got a bunch more sandstone here with me. Sandstone, 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 sandstone. I need to hand this to worker to the hut. How much is missing now? Nice, we got like a good percentage of it down now. Let's give it some of those stairs too. I'm sure he needed sandstone stairs too. Yeah. I'm going to prepare a bit more sandstone here meanwhile. Yeah, I started the coding as a hobby too, like 15 years ago. But the best way to really learn coding is a project. Like that's the way you really get started and start learning the things. Like a lot of the things I know from coding, I know through Minecolonies too, basically. So I know there was like a chest full of sand. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, more. So I feel our colony is slowly recovering from this tragic incident. Just tragic. Alexandra, Alice, Felix, Isaiah, our best citizens, gone. So that's nice. That's basically all of it done. I know most of this here's the warehouse. So finish the delivery man 2. We're progressing. Shepherd 2. Going to upgrade. Never. Going to upgrade this. Now we got enough string for everyone. So it's not at the moment working. While I'm on it, she has those recipes here. That seems a bit. So, and I can teach her actually bow, and I can teach a fishing rod here. Great. So from now on, those are 2 blocks Alice is going to provide, and we got enough sticks for 3 hot winters. So I think I'm never going to be able never going to have to bother anymore about string, fishing rods or bows, because that's going to be guaranteed by our amazing Fletcher. Should be, no, not yet. So I wanted to get a clipboard, definitely, that sticks and leather. To steal one of the leather from the warehouse, I'm going to make a clipboard quickly. I think leather was here, yes. Getting faster at finding the stuff too. So here it was this, this and this. Then shift right click on the blog and I can see what's going on in our colony. So we got paper requested here, fertilizer, bunch of armor requests, our colony, wheat request here, though no wheat request at the warehouse yet. So let me just test out if that is a bug. I took the string out. Hi to chasing, how are you doing? So there's no string in the warehouse. Yes, the clipboard and the resource scroll are the two ones you're probably talking about. So since it's a random tick of the warehouse, this happens only here and there, so it might need some time until it's re-requested. But this seems to be a bit long, so I'm going to debug this later and check out why this request is not happening relatively quickly. Because we need string. And we need to give our Fletcher, let me see what her name is again. Yeah, we're teaching that Fletcher, like Alice, is an actually really essential building in your colony because she provides you with string, bow, and fishing rods. So like 3 of the items which are a pain to get. So okay, and I'm slowly going to go back to work. Jade, grow up. Lorena, I talked with you already. Time to become an adult. We got work to do. So to go up here, to sleep in our base. So going to wait a minute more, as some workers are still on their way home, as I can see. Give them a little bit more time. But I have to say that the colony is looking, every time I'm standing here and checking it out, it's looking nicer. And especially at night, you're kind of able to grasp the size of it better. Because of all the lights, you can actually see all the colony buildings. So that should be fine. You see? Now? Still not. Definitely going to debug this. And check in the log if there's anything in the log telling me why it's not doing that. No string request here. So and yes, the warehouse has a minimum stock option for the people who are not understanding what I'm pointing at, where you can set a minimum stock of stacks, and the warehouse is then supposed to provide that basically for your colony. And at the moment we only have 5 string, and we want 4 stacks of string actually. So actually that should be It's because this should then be invoking a request here, which it isn't. So that screams bug to me. So he said he put a worker here to farm string. I can't see any worker doing that. Maybe they're working, passing here and there to get the string. The new tavern is actually like a block to make early game easier. It's like it's just a building that at level 1 adds already 4 slots of housing so that your citizens can have a place to sleep, and that relatively early in the colony game, so that you don't have to wait weeks where mobs are attacking your citizens in the night and these kinds of things until you have a place for them to sleep, but you have that actually very early on, and then can start building houses, etc. And that's like at the moment the main use case, but in the future this is also going to be like a hub to get quest NPCs, to hire new citizens, like the recruitment option, and to hire mercenaries as well. So let's see. Nothing changed yet. So that's definitely the next thing I'm going to investigate and fix. That's basically why we're doing this, because this way we're able to find a lot of bugs while we're doing these videos, and we're able to explain players all kinds of things, which is like a win-win in the end. There's only one, you can only have one tavern in your colony. You can't have multiple taverns in your colony, like to avoid exploitation of this. Although if you have like a late game already, the tavern is an easy option to get 4 citizen slots very quickly. There's still no string requests. So although just remembering, the clipboard only shows things that are assigned to the player, so that might be the reason it's not displaying. Actually, we're waiting for a citizen. Yes, Jade grew up. Yes, the chasing. I'm using Optifine at the moment here with shaders, and those shaders are perfectly compatible with Minecolonies, and I just accidentally placed a decoration in the middle of nowhere. Yes. Yeah, but the idea is to have only one tavern, at least for now. Maybe when we add more functionality, we can add an upkeep cost, which then allows you to have multiple taverns. Or at least make citizens significantly less happy in them, so that it's not the best option as a place to have your citizens sleeping in. Okay. Let me see what the delivery men are up to. I've added recently a feature that allows you to see if they have any thing assigned to them. Okay, that citizen, there's no delivery man working here. So let me check out the other one. The other building quickly. So, also no deliveries. Okay. The newest Optifine we're using with Forge is working fairly fine. You don't need this OptiForge anymore. It was working fairly fine. besides these issues of some blogs not rendering, those are things that Optifine has to fix yet, but the main things are fixed already. So here. So it's getting fairly late here, so I'm going to call it a day. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm usually making these videos around 8 UTC, so if you're interested, tune in tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Join our Discord, leave a like and subscribe, and I'm going to see you guys the next time. Ciao ciao.